Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Allen. In about, 10 minutes or so, Dr. Greg Salea will be joining us for a brief update on the Zika virus, and then Robert Clancy will be joining us as well here on Late Night Health. We return to Manitoba, Canada, where we're speaking with Debbie Pokornik. She is an author. We'll get some of the names of her books in a minute. And she's talking about really empowering moms to de-stress so that not only can you take care of your kids, but take care of yourself. I mentioned that our kids today seem to have stronger thumbs than we did. And my mom used to say to me, go watch TV for 10 minutes. Is it a good idea to tell your kids to go play video games and strengthen those thumb muscles, than watching TV or running outside and playing?
Well, I'm a huge advocate for outdoor time and being out in nature and being unplugged. So that's my own personal opinion. I do feel that video games have their place, and the television has its place as well. And I think it's very easy to overdo it. The greatest challenge with video games is that it gets dopamine moving through their body, and you become almost addicted to that. I mean, we love dopamine. And so nothing else feels as much fun as the video game. And so in that way, it can be very hard to get your child to come away from that and come with you to see the fireworks on 4th of July, or here, July 1st for Canada Day.
Right.
And, to want to come and do that when they're in the middle of playing a game, or even at the end of playing a game, because that game brought all that dopamine, got it all moving.
And the fireworks and the television don't do that.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, for a child who doesn't play a lot of those games and plays outside a lot, like my kids were always outside doing stuff because that was just how we functioned. And so they enjoyed. Well,
let's face it, Manitoba's a ways away. There may not be a lot of electricity up there. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, our igloos aren't quite equipped.
With adult children, do you have to change your parenting approach? Because now, after 15, 16, that's an adult kid. I mean, at least they think they are. I personally don't believe a person's fully formed till they're 40, but that's my that's my standpoint.
Right. A lot of parents are giving a big sigh, thinking, "No, not to 40."
I know. They can move out of the house. They just have to still listen to you. There's the difference.
I see. Well, actually, you do change your parenting. And again, this comes back to the stress thing. You'll drive yourself crazy if from, the 15 and on, you try to drive for your child, okay? And I don't mean driving a car. I mean trying to run their life. Because that particular stage is all about them testing and learning and taking all the information that they've taken in for those last 15 years and starting to decipher it, kind of like install it, whether or not they're going to use it, what are their values. And so I like to think of it as an apprenticeship at that point, and you're the supervisor. And so just like a good supervisor, you're there to guide them, to give them suggestions, to let them know the boundaries, what's okay, what's not.
I don't like that
house.
Girlfriend of yours. Get rid of her.
Yeah, see, you wouldn't do that as a supervisor. You would let them know what the boundaries are. But when you try to decide who their friends are going to be, you really are just pushing them away. And so to me, relationship comes first. And by that, I don't mean being your child's friend. I mean, if you try to tell your child who they can be friends with, you have a really good chance of pushing them right out of your life where they don't want to talk to you, to get your opinion, to bounce things off of you.
And not be part of your life.
Well, exactly. And in the end, that's what we want. Like when our kids are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, we want them to like us. We want them to come and visit us because they enjoy who we are. They want to be part of our lives. If we are just someone that they call out of obligation, every Christmas or whatever, that's not a relationship, and that's going to be important to you. If it isn't right now, it's going to be later.
And especially if they're the ones who get to decide where you live in later years.
That's
right?
true, too.
You're a speaker, and you have some audio products. You also have some, I think, books that are out there. And if you go to, I'm going to give a website, Empowering, I can't read this now. I'm reading.
NRG.
EmpoweringNRG.com. There's some free gifts for you there. We'll have some information on that on our website as well, where you can click through to take a look at Debbie's beautiful picture. We'll have her picture and bio on our website, as well as some information about how to get in touch with her. Would you say in 10 seconds, these same techniques can be used for as grandparents as well?
Absolutely. 10 seconds. I went for 2 seconds.
You went for a half. Thank you very much. Debbie, always nice to talk to you. Look forward to chatting with you again. Standing in your power for moms is really what this is all about. Natural, realistic guidance. All right. Debbie will be back sometime. I'm Mark Allen. Greg Salea coming up. We'll be back. Don't go away. Check us out at latenighthealth.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Allen. The show continues in a moment.